Hello people of the internet, welcome back to T's Money. I hope you're having a fantastic day today. I know I am because it is Gig Work Wednesday and we have some extra money to budget. $8 mic, turn to a million, then we all rich. Let's just sign a fee. The last one not to get this dough. Won't wait, I wanna. So, for anyone who's here for my last Gig Work Wednesday, welcome. Thank you so much. I got a crazy amount of support on that video, literally my most viewed video to date. So thank you so much for all of that support. I know it is a tough economy out there right now, so a little money definitely goes a long way. So if anyone wants to play along with me for this challenge or just challenge themselves to do a couple of gig work orders every single day just to make a little more income for themselves, I definitely encourage it. There was some discourse in the comments about the wear and tear that gig work puts on your car and the pros and cons, and that's definitely something to consider. So I think if you're looking into starting DoorDash or Instacart, just take stock of your car, how much wear you can afford to put on your car. If you have a newer car and that's not a concern of yours, then I would say definitely go for it. But if you have an older car like me, I do drive a 20-year-old Beetle, definitely consider that it will wear your car down a lot faster, especially driving in unfamiliar neighborhoods. A big problem in my city is potholes, so when I'm driving in unfamiliar areas, I am a little more prone to hitting potholes or just rough ground in general. So that definitely wears my tires out faster and I use more gas. And like I said, my car, she's a little old lady, but that being said, I was considering buying a new car anyway, so for me it is worth it doing it. But as always, just take stock of your situation and what your needs are in the moment and just go based off of that. My videos are here just to give my perspective on different things, so I love that you guys love hearing what I have to say and seeing my journey, but I definitely want to see y'all's as well. So if you decided to get into some gig work and you worked this last week, let me know how much you made. Let me know how many hours you worked, and let's just start a discourse. But yeah, let's just get started for this week. First up, I did change some things around. So as you can see, I already have a template. I think next week I'll write in black ink so you can see it a little bit better, but this is fine for now. I'll write all of my numbers in black so you can see it really well. I am gonna shift the days that I do for my weekly roundup. At first I was doing Wednesday to Tuesday because this video goes up on Wednesdays, and that made sense in my head. But last week I literally realized that both apps do the direct deposit after Sunday. So both apps go from Monday to Sunday, and then the direct deposit hits either on Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. And so I decided it makes sense to just stay in line with what the apps do. So I did do last Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday technically, though I didn't DoorDash or Instacart at all Wednesday, so I didn't make any money. But moving forward, I'm gonna do the full week. So moving forward, I'm gonna be counting Monday to Sunday for my weekly wrap ups, and then it'll just go up the Wednesday following the last Sunday on that pay period. And so that being said, these 2 days were included in my last week's wrap up, so they won't be included in this week's budget. So definitely go check out that video if you want to see how much I made those days. And like I said, on Wednesday, I did not DoorDash or Uber Eats at all. So I made $0 on Wednesday. So this recap is only going to include 4 days really. But I already did some of the calculations. I was trying to get ahead of myself a little bit, and I made a lot of money on these little 4 days. So let's just jump into it for real. If you can't really see my template, I have it split up. So obviously there are the 7 days of the week, but then on each day I have DD and IC, and that's because the 2 gig apps that I use currently are DoorDash and Instacart. So I'm going to go through how much I made on each app each day and the amount of time that I spent actively on those orders. So let's just get started. All right, so we're going to start with DoorDash. Last Thursday I made $21, and that was 47 minutes of active time. So and then I'm just gonna do all of the DoorDashes at once and then move over to Instacart. On Friday, I did 2 different dashes. The first one I made $2.75 with an active time of 12 minutes. So let's put $2.75 inside of my calculator. The second dash made me a total of $8.50 with an active time of 19 minutes. So that's $11.25 for Friday's DoorDashes. And 12 plus 19 minutes, that's about 30 minutes. On Saturday, I DoorDashed and made a total of $7.42 with a total active time of 29 minutes. And I did not DoorDash at all on Sunday. Moving over to Instacart, starting with Thursday, we made $11.49 with a total active time of 1 hour, and we're gonna round up to 9 minutes. On Friday, we made $18.44 with a total active time of 1 hour and 36 minutes and 28 seconds. And so I'll round that up to 1 hour and 37 minutes. On Saturday, we made a total of $25.48 with active time of 1 hour and 6 minutes. And then finally on Sunday, we made $34.72 with an active time of 2 hours and 11 minutes. So let's total up what we made for the week. So starting with Thursday, we made $21 plus $11.49. Which gives us a grand total for last week of $129.75. And total active time, 464 minutes. Or if we divide that by 60, about 8 hours total. And so let's divide this. Y'all, there is someone mowing right outside of my door. Oh my gosh. Alright, they finally stopped mowing the lawn, but I went ahead and did that per hour calculation, and that is me making about $16.22 an hour. So yeah, from here I do like to budget out this money. So I do have tape on my whiteboard, so I won't be able to use it this time, but I think I'm just gonna grab this random piece of paper, and I don't like to include any change on here, so I'm just gonna budget out $129. And so I did kind of already figure this out, so this could be quick, but y'all can just continue to see it. But first, I'm gonna write down the categories. So my main priorities with the money that I'm getting, and there's something that didn't get funded, but I'll also go ahead and write that. But my main priorities with this money are to put back towards my car. So I have a car maintenance fund, a new car fund, and then I don't know how to spell, y'all, new car, and then gas. Those are my car related expenses. And then from there I have savings goals I want to contribute to, so I'm gonna put in emergency fund. And then this is the one that didn't get money, but I do currently live at home, and I am doing the 100 envelope challenge, and that is my move out fund. So once that is fully funded, I will use that money to make a down payment on an apartment, buy all my like first month essentials and also like my first month's rent, and then whatever else that money can stretch to. That is my move out fund. So when that's done, I'll be in the process of moving out, hopefully. But I was looking at my current progress, and it was my goal to finish by the end of this year. I'm not on track to do that, so I do want to start putting money from my gig work towards that challenge so I can kind of speed up. I still don't think I'm going to be able to finish by the end of the year completely, but a little more progress, and then hopefully in the first quarter of next year I'll be able to finish. And then I also, if you're unfamiliar with my channel, you're just here for my gig work videos, I am a cash budgeter, and with that I do like a lot of different cash savings challenges, and so I put money back into that. So I'm putting money towards my game time challenges, which if you haven't seen one of those, go check it out. If you're not familiar with the cash stuffing method, I really truly do love it. I think it makes saving money fun, and it's like visual so you can see it and it actually works. My game times go up on Thursdays, so come back tomorrow if you want to see the money, this money actually go into that. I think that is it for my categories. Like I said, 100 envelopes isn't getting funded from this 129, but let's start at the top. Cart maintenance is going to be getting $25. New car is going to be getting $20, and then gas is going to be getting $15. And so we can just do that quick math. So 129 minus 25 minus 20 minus 15 gives us $69 more to work with. So of that, I'm going to be putting another 15 towards my emergency fund, which brings us down to 54. And I'm actually going to be putting the rest of that 54 into my game time video, and that is because I have no money set aside for game time this week, so I do need to be putting that entire amount towards game time. And then I made a tip at my job because I was able to work a banquet, which I get tip out. It was a really small banquet too, but the tip out was only $25, so that's, it's not this money, but this game time is going to be this 54 plus that 25, which is a total of $79. So if you want to see me do a $79 game time, and if you're like, what the heck is game time, definitely come back tomorrow. It'll be uploaded tomorrow. So that is what this money is going towards this week. And honestly, with this and like reading some of the comments on my other videos, I'm gonna start looking into getting a part-time serving job. The reason why that wasn't like my main initial like thought to do is because I really don't want another job. I already work full-time, so it's nice to just be able to do an hour today or an hour on another day and gradually make up the 129. But I do know if I were to have a serving job, even if I was working just one day a week, I would probably make this or even more. So I am gonna start considering getting an actual serving job a little more heavily. Y'all, oh my goodness, I didn't fill in my savings challenge. Okay, so last time we knocked off the big numbers for the most part, and then we have 129 today. So let's look at the next biggest number. There's a 22, a 27, a 25, and a 23. Okay, so 27 seems to be the next biggest number. So I'm gonna go ahead and color that in. 22. 25. 23. And that was a 32, so I need to be careful where I go for the next couple of colorings. Okay, 1913, there's right here. I think that's why we do 1913. Okay, so we truly are just down to the teens. I don't think I have anything higher than 20. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like, comment, and subscribe. And I shall see you next time. Bye.